G'day footy fans and welcome to Boothy's AFL Fantasy Dream Team podcast. Today I'm looking at round 13, the last week of the buys. Thank God, some of you are probably saying right now. So Boothy's ball getters, how did it go? Well, it got 1837, which I thought was good, but a lot of people got 19 or 2,000 or even more up in the top echelon. So I went down from rank 7,100 to 8,500, but I think I'll do better this week as I show you my team. So let's have a look at my defence for this week. So Nunes had a solid week last week at 113. I got rid of Laird, so they got about the same, but obviously Laird has the bye. So Nunes is good for me now that I've still got him. Kolodnaski's been solid. Pittard's been a bit out of form. Hopefully we'll bounce back this week if Port do better than they did last week. Got thrashed. Callum Mills is solid. Jaden Hunt was good. And Vickers Willis, unfortunately, is injured, so I'm going to have 5 defenders for this week. Of course, I've got Adams to bring in next week in round 14 and Scharenberg as a bonus if required. But look at my midfield. Now, one of the trades I've done this week for round 13 is brought in Tom Rockcliffe and made him captain. Now, Dangerfield is there from one of the reasons I didn't do quite so well last week is I had Dangerfield sitting on my bench. So, of course, he right now is on the field along with Selwood. So that makes my midfield a lot stronger. Now, Bontempelli's still there with a solid score last week as well. Clayton Oliver did well. Jake Lloyd, who had a score of 2 one week when he got knocked out early, so he probably is better than his average suggests. He's the second of the players I've brought in for this week, so I've brought in Rockcliffe and Lloyd. I'll show you my overall trades in a minute at the bottom. And Heaney, of course, I've still got who's in good form. And Pau Pepper, who's doing pretty well for a guy that was pretty cheap. So my midfield's very, very strong for this week. So I'm hoping I can go up the rankings a little bit. And, of course, I've got Tom Mitchell to bring in next week back in round 14. And, of course, Hugh Greenwood is still there for Adelaide, who's looking quite solid. Obviously, he's an emergency type player. Now, scrolling down, I've got Jared Witts, who got a good score for me last week. And the other third of the trades I've done this week is I got rid of Grundy, who got a massive 156, I think it was, for Stanley, because Stanley's playing for Geelong tonight against West Coast instead of Hawkins. I thought it would be Aaron Black, who's in my team, but instead it's Stanley. So I brought Stanley in for Grundy, saved a lot of money, and that's why I could afford to get a Rockcliffe and for Sloan, and for McGrath I got Jake Lloyd. So I've got 2 gun-ins for 2 pretty good midfielders, of course. McGrath's probably not going to be my best 18 anyway. So I got rid of him with his bye. And, of course, Stanley saved me a lot of money, as I said, and hopefully he should score 90 as a forward second ruck tonight. Now, Bruce might still play, of course, for North Melbourne, but unlikely is my emergency. And Cameron's out for the year, I understand, with an injury, but he was only in at the start of the year because he's a dual position player. So looking at my forwards and then my trades, I'll show you. Billings for St Kilda, who's been in reasonable form, but St Kilda's been in poor form. Barlow has been excellent as a dual position player. Mitch Wallace, I brought in last week, didn't do so well, but Bulldogs hopefully will pick up this week. Paddy Ryder was a little bit down last week, but the whole team was. Parsons, who's probably going to be a bonus if he can get into my best 18 scores, and Pickett probably won't play either. And Burton will come in for next round. And Aaron Black, who knows with him, probably not. So I've got 20 players for this week, and I need my best 18 to count. But I'm pretty happy with the players I've got. I haven't got too many what we call nuffs, or players that are going to get poor scores. So at the moment, my 2 lowest scores are likely to probably be something like Parsons and maybe one of my defenders or a Pau Pepper. But really, I've got a pretty solid side. I'm pretty happy with it. The trades I made, the summary of what I've been talking about after round 12 are here. So Sloan, who I really wanted to keep, because I'm a Crow supporter and I think he'll get better, but I couldn't resist getting rid of him for Rockcliffe. Excuse me, sorry about that, just get rid of that.